Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Sir, good sir. How are you, sir? Thank you, sir.
Fine, fine. Today I am hosting this.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you. Good name, sir.
Madam is gone somewhere, so I am hosting.
Okay, okay. Your good name, sir. Your good name.
I am R. Sundara Narasimhan,
Okay,
Executive
sir.
Officer
Oh, okay, sir.
who retired from Sundara Finance.
Oh, okay, okay.
They joined and serving here for 4 years.
Okay, okay. Nice, sir. Nice, sir. Nice.
You are talking from
Sir, I basically belong to the paper industry, sir.
you are talking
I'm
from
from Coimbatore. I'm from Coimbatore, sir.
Coimbatore only. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Is there any PPT? Is there?
No PPTs, no PPTs. It's just an open talks.
Okay, okay. If at all PPT, I will make you as a co-host.
No,
That's
no, no,
why
no, 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 no
no direct
PPTs.
talking only.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes. We will start by 6:32.
Yes, yes. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir. Am I audible?
மேடம் இன்னைக்கு இல்ல.
ஆமா சார், சொன்னாங்க சார்.
நான் தான் ஹோஸ்ட் பண்றேன்.
சரிங்க சார், சரிங்க சார்.
நீங்க அப்படியே வெல்கம் பண்ணிட்டு.
சரிங்க சார்.
You will start at 6:33.
Okay sir, okay, we'll be starting with 6:33.
ஸ்பீக்கர் வந்தாரு.
சரிங்க.
லாகின் பண்ணாரு, அப்புறம் வெளியில போயிருக்காரு. மறுபடியும் ஒரு வாய்க்கு
வரட்டும் சார், வரட்டும் சார்.
லாகின் பண்ணிட்டாரு.
I'm here.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Welcome sir.
Hi sir, what's your name sir? May I know your good name please?
Yeah, myself Santosh Kumar.
Okay. Where are you from sir?
Sir, I'm right now at Karpam College of Engineering.
Oh, okay. You teach there?
Yeah, I'm AP Department of Management Studies.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Fine,
so
fine,
how many students do you have there sir?
In our regular batch 126. We have 2 intake, yeah.
And what programs do you offer? You offer the MBA program?
Yeah, in MBA we have HR, Finance, Marketing, Analytics.
No. No, what I'm asking you, which university is it? Is it Bharati or Anna University?
Anna University, Autonomous.
Autonomous.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fine.
So Karpagam, if I'm not mistaken, there are two, right? Like one is got the university, the Karpagam University.
University, other one is what's it called, affiliated to Anna University, and the third one is Autonomous. We have 3.
So you belong to the autonomous one, right?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Oh,
fine.
So are we waiting for anybody or can we start, sir?
Sir said by 6:33 we'll be starting likewise.
6:33?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Another 2 more minutes.
Your session going to be short.
Yes. Very much, sir. Like honestly speaking, when Nandogopal sir approached me, so I don't speak beyond 20 minutes actually.
Okay.
Because the brain can actually accumulate or disseminate knowledge not more than 20 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm not a speaker who believes in presentations. I don't believe in long lectures because let's be honest. Let's be super honest about this. We all have had a very long day. Today is a Monday, right?
Yes.
I can understand the plight. I can understand the plight of everybody. So let's not be in a situation where I'm just going to come and bombard for 45 minutes and then there should not be an iota of thought among the listeners that when is this guy going to stop? So
Uh,
I don't think honestly that I can actually speak beyond 20 minutes. I mean,
short and
20
sweet.
minutes.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, 20 minutes is say, 20 minutes is the maximum a brain can actually accommodate listening skills. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
That's why normal lecture always 40 minutes.
yeah. So honestly speaking, I'm only 32 years old, but I've been exposed enough to long
But
lectures.
what we are
Pardon?
having, 1 hour session, just first
Yeah,
5 minutes for introduction, then 40 minutes to your flow, last 10 minutes for class sections. That's
yeah.
why
So basically, so
wind up. Now that
I basically believe in short interactions and more Q&A.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I always believe in that because facilitation of knowledge is as important as disseminating knowledge. So that's what I believe in.
Okay.
Sir, shall we start officially?
Yes.
Okay, sir. We will start.
Yeah, fine.
Almost 75 students, sir.
Yeah, of
75.
course.
Thank you.
75 plus participants.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. A warm welcome to Mr. Anthony Paul Kunat, sir. A warm welcome and good evening to all, one and all present here. Myself, Santosh Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, Karpam College of Engineering. I take immense pleasure to welcome Mr. Anthony Paul Kunat for the for inventor talk on the topic Wisdom for Welfare and Intellectual Workshop for Modern Day Management Education. In this fine moment, I would like to welcome the most respected guest, Mr. Anthony Paul Kunat, sir, followed by President of CMA, Mr. Varadarajan, sir, Dr. Nandagopan, sir, Program Committee Chairman, and Dr. Ravindran, sir, Secretary, and Madam Susitra for this of organizer for this wonderful event in this fine evening. In this junction, I would like to welcome all the participants in various institutions in and around Coimbatore regarding this wonderful event in this fine evening called Monday Musing, number 530 of the week 1 of September 2024. I would like to say a few words regarding Anthony Paul, sir. Anthony Paul, sir, is a managing partner regarding pack paper and borders company. Sir had an qualification of management studies. He completed his PG MBA program at PSG College of Technology, and right now he is managing partner of paper and borders company. Since his own family business is that of same, Sir came into this particular field. Regarding his experience is concerned, he have worked with Sir has been appointed as board of studies members of for 7 engineering colleges and 4 arts and science colleges in and around Coimbatore, as well Tamil Nadu, in and around Coimbatore regarding Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Sir have received outstanding best alumni award for the year 2014 by presenting a paper benchmarking supply chain industry. And I hope SAR will be highly interacting with the students of various institutions in and around Coimbatore to equip themselves in terms on wisdom for warfare and intellectual workshop for modern day management education. So with this few words, I'm handovering the forum to Anthony, sir. Sir, please.
First of all, a very good evening to one and all of you all who are present here. First of all, I want to thank and appreciate all of you all to be here in the session. Before I even start, I want to thank Dr. Nandagopal, a very great mentor to me all these years, for giving me this opportunity to be present at this August gathering and for disseminating my 2 cents of wisdom on wisdom for warfare and worship, a subject which is very close to my heart. I also want to thank another good friend of mine, Dr. Varadarajan sir, the past chair of CII, and thank you so much for this opportunity to be here. My association with CMA goes a long way back from my college days. In fact, for the benefit of all the students who are listening, CMA was actually a great platform for me when I was a student studying at PSC Institute of Management. In fact, I had received a lot of awards from CMA because CMA used to conduct a lot of inter-college business school fests in and around Coimbatore. I had bagged a lot of prizes from CMA. I won the Best Debater Award. I won the Chanakya Award. In fact, I also won the CMA Best Business School Awardee for the year 2014, if I'm not mistaken. CMA has been a great platform for me over the last 10 years for my role as a student. Today, when the topic which I've actually decided to speak today, wisdom for warfare and worship. The reason why I decided this topic is uh, today we live in an environment where business education is becoming more of a commercial entity than an educational entity. That's something which I really believe in the last 3, 4 years, thanks to the advent of COVID and how the paradigm shift in education has changed. Business education has basically become more of a profit earning motive for institutions. I've been part of a lot of councils. I've been part of a council called as the Board of Studies for various engineering and arts and science colleges. The branding of the institution when it comes to how qualitative the education can be in a holistic environment is always a big question mark. And that's why I feel that today modern day business school students have a very, very big challenge. The statistics very clearly says that the policies of the NEP, the National Education Policy, as well as the AIMS, the All India Management Schools Association, very clearly says that every year over the last 4 to 5 years, more than 4 lakh MBA students pass out. But many of the students who have passed out in the last 3, 4 years, the quality that comes out from the students in terms of employability, in terms of skills, in terms of understanding where the industry is going on, is all a big question mark because we never know, where the industry is going. We never know how things are changing over a period of time. See, gone are the days then, where we could forecast what the trends in industry are. Today, we are already in industry 4.0. God knows in another 6 months' time, that can double up into a 5.0 or a 6.0. So, definitely the quality of good management education over the last 4 to 5 years in India is definitely a big, big question mark. And even today, as I speak to you, I'm speaking to you as a person who's involved in business. Well, you can ask and doubt the fact that I've been very privileged to be in a family run business, but not the case with everybody who does not have a privilege like me, who can actually rub shoulders with the previous generations to get into business administration. But at the same time, the Indian ecosystem of management education are also very much evolving. See, if you're looking at the year 2014, 2015, there were only hardly around 4,000 to 5,000 startups that were registered under the Government of India portal. Now, over the last 8 years, we have almost 1.5 lakh startups that's coming into the environment. And that's a very, very good sign. The reason why I chose this topic of wisdom for warfare and worship, or wisdom for intellectual worship among the student communities, you need to understand that getting placed by doing an MBA is not the ultimate aim of life. The reason why you basically do a management education is to sow in seeds of entrepreneurship, to sow in seeds of scaling up business, to sow in seeds of making money, to sow in seeds of understanding where the environment is taking place, to sowing seeds what sustainability is all about, to sow seeds to understand why on the first place is management education all about. I think that is a very, very important thing that all students right now who's doing management education should understand. It's all very nice to get placed in good companies. It's all very nice to get good packages. It's all very nice to, have a comfortable Monday to Friday job. Saturday, Sunday, have a nice time at home. And then every 2 years you head on for another job. That's not the reason why you do an MBA education. The reason why you do an MBA education is to sow in seeds of entrepreneurship. The real reason of doing an MBA is to understand how we are able to uplift and upskill the environment among us. Let's be honest, we are doing management education not to get jobs. We need to get trained in management education so that we can give people jobs. Many business schools. I'm not saying the IIMA, the IIMB, the IIMC. Most of the business schools in and around India are only worried about placements. But what are the reasons why people are not encouraging entrepreneurship? People are not encouraging entrepreneurship because it is always a no to go zone. Because people feel I always want to be in the comfort zone. I don't want to go into an environment where I run a business, I start a business, I give employment to people, I scale up my business, and make no nuances about it. Just imagine if your business is a very successful business. 5 years, 10 years down the line, you can always sell it to somebody else, make money, become an angel investor, become a seed funder, go into angel entrepreneurship. So many scopes of avenues are there for entrepreneurship than just going to a company or going to a top corporate, working for 60 to 70 hours a week, getting a big fat paycheck, and by the time you reach 40 to 45 years of age, you either need to upskill your skill level so that you can compete with people who are younger to you, or you have an insecurity. Hey, you know what? There are tens and fifteens and thousands of people in the age group of 20 and 30 to replace a 45-year-old man or woman. I better need to change my profession. That's the trend which is happening in management education. Gone are the days where your jobs are secure. Let's be honest with you. In another 5 years' time, machine data and artificial intelligence is going to take away all your jobs. And let's be honest about it. That's how the world is operating. That's how the world is operating. You need to have data driven techniques to understand whether you are going to be employable in many years to come or not. Because data science is very clearly says that machine data and artificial intelligence is going to wipe out almost 40 to 45 percentage of the mundane jobs that we're doing every day. So then where are you going to be in this rat race? I'm just reminded by a book of Professor Radhakrishnan, who basically was a director of Tata Sons, very amazingly wrote in his book, The Bonsai, where he clearly mentions there are four groups of managers who are available in the society. One is about the aggregators, second is about the pragmatists, third is about the pathfinders, and fourth is about the soul searchers. Now, aggregators are those managers or those students who are extremely focused on their lives. They exactly know what they want to do. They have a great career vision. They have a great attitude to execute those visions. Are you part of the aggregator group of managers who have got a straight path and focus, precision-based focus on what you want to achieve in life? The second are the group of managers who are very pragmatist kind of attitude. Those are group of managers who know that they have to go for a path in life, but at the same time they're extremely flexible because they know that this is not going to be their mountain bow. Now, the mountain bow kind of a story does not work along with pragmatists because pragmatists exactly knows that the focus in life is one, but at the same time, the kind of flexibility that they have to spin around their careers is even more. And that is why you see 45% of the technical employees working in big IT companies don't stick on to a job for more than 5 to 10 years in the same profession because they know either mundaneness gets the better of them or at some point of time, youngsters will throw them out because they are never updated or never know they're upskilled. A third kind of managers are pathfinders. They never can be an aggregator, they cannot be a pragmatist, but they know at the end of the day they need to tread some path that may take some time. See, it's not necessary that everybody should bloom at the age of 25. Some people bloom at 30. Some people bloom at 35. Some bloody well bloom at 40. It's all about how you find your path to find a way. And the first group of managers are called soul searchers. You really do not know why you want to be working there. You really do not know why you want to be studying these courses because the peer pressure is that I'm doing it, because my friends have gone for this, opted for this course, I'm doing it, because my friend has joined this company, I also gave an interview to that company so that I want to uplift myself in front of the society which worships him. I want him or her to worship the same way that I do. These are the kind of fragmentations of people that's there in the society right now. And this is very, very evident in the management education. Are you going to be an aggregator? Or are you going to be a pragmatist? Are you going to be a pathfinder? Or are you going to be a soul searcher? Let's be honest about it. Nobody's going to reward us for who we are. Recognition lies in the way you work your skills up. Let's be honest about this. Everybody who's listening to me, at the end of 2 years, you're going to get a degree. Whether you like it or you don't like it, you are going to get a degree. You know why you're going to get a degree? Because it's your hard earned parents' money. The college got reputation. The college will do its best to pass you out. But where are you going to end up in life? That's the big question. Wisdom for warfare and worship does not mean that you necessarily need to keep yourself getting educated about management concepts and educate and conventions. Wisdom for warfare and worship also means that you need to have a sound clarity about which part of the world you're living in and where this world is capable of taking you. I'm just going to sum up my presentation in another 5 minutes time. I talked to you about the profiting part of the management education. The second part is the socialistic part. How many of you know that the life that you're living today? You're very privileged. You're extremely privileged to be living this life today. You know why? Because you got a great set of parents sending you to business schools to study. You got a great set of parents who's not worried about your income for their sustenance, and you got a great set of parents who wants to come up in life. Today, we need to understand something. All that we are doing in life today will only turn mediocre if you're not able to understand the real reason why you are in this environment. And it's extremely important for you to understand that sustainable practices in businesses are the core effects of management education. You need to understand what sustainability is all about. How am I sustaining in this planet? There's a price for everything that we do. Well, now I'm speaking to you. There is a light on, there is a fan on. I'm wasting a lot of electricity to speak to you. Now, how is the electricity produced? If you're looking at the microscopic way of how you're handling life, you need to understand that every effect that you do in life has got a cost, and every cause that you do in life has got an effect. So you need to basically understand that what are the different avenues of life that I can pay back for how much I use. And that is why I talk about sustainability in life as a core concept of management education. The moment you realize sustainable practices like reducing the environment's pollution, reusing things for the maximum usage, and recycling products to understand the gamut of education, that is where sustainability in life comes. The more you reduce environmental impacts, the more you reuse things to make to make yourself compatible in the market, and to recycle products which can be used again and again. That's where your sustenance as an energy in education lies. With these very few points, I would like to summarize my entire gamut in one way. The world is not full of sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and a very nasty place out there. And it will beat you down permanently to your knees if you let it be. My dear friends, you, me, or nobody can even hit as hard as life. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how hard you're getting hit. It's about how hard you can take those hits and keep moving forward, because that's how winning is done. Rather than saying that you cannot become like him, her, or whomsoever it may be, because that's how cowards win. And you ain't one. You need to go and show this big, wide world what you're capable of. And the only way to show this big, wide world what you're capable of is to make sure that you better put your foot down, be serious in life, be focused, and sustain yourself in an environment where people will recognize you to be a standout than standing with the crowd. Because at the end of the day, standing with the crowd is a much more easier option than standing out of a crowd. And that's where 1% of this population lies. The Modis and the Ambanis and the Bill Gates and the Jeff Bezos, the Elon Musk and any character you want were all people who are never ready to stand with the crowd. They always wanted to stand out. And it is because they were able to stand out, they're able to face the masses. And we are the masses. So at this point of time, I would like to thank the CMA for giving me an opportunity to speak. It's been a real pleasure for me to talk to students. And if you guys got any questions about anything regarding management education, where the trend is going, what are the kind of placements that we're having, what are the kind of jobs that's available in the future, any kind of reasoning for that matter, you're very much free to come and ask me. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Well said, sir.
I hope I made some sense, sir.
Mr. Anthony, good evening.
Yes,
This is Vandana. I'm an associate professor with PSJR Krishnamal College for Women. I'm also an MC.
Hi, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine. I'm fine. You expressed your thoughts very eloquently.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
I was just thinking, I just want to express my thoughts also. I was a little perplexed when I saw the title that you gave for this talk. Why did you use that term,
Yep.
intellectual worship?
Ma'am, to be very honest with you, I basically believe I actually studied a subject called Indian ethos and values. That was a subject that actually gave a very broad perspective about the management education scheme of things. The word sustainability is not all about making profits. Today, management students, especially me as an entrepreneur, see, I'm basically into the work, into the field of paper making. In the world of paper making, many people think that, people just cut trees to make paper. In fact, we don't cut any trees to make paper. The word intellectuality is basically a word uh, in uh, in parlance terms, to be very honest with you, it's got a very deep meaning. So there's a lot of difference between understanding what the world wants us to say and what we can give back to the world. I believe that most of the students, at least in the Indian education scheme of things, we never teach our children to give back something to the environment which has given us so much. I think that is actually a parlance which I use. So I'm not a big believer of people who are just in the environment or in the business of just teaching what the books has to say, because there's a lot of worldly wisdoms in terms of intellectuality that we should learn as an individual outside the four spectrums of a classroom. So there's this book called as Indian Ethos and Values. This particular topic of wisdom for warfare and worship is actually a topic in that book, Dr. Vandana.
I see. Okay. And I also want,
I
I
will
just
be
want
happy to share that book with you, ma'am. I will be happy to share that book with you. I have a copy of the book with me.
sure, sure. That's okay. I'll find out.
Yeah.
One more thing. You were mentioning very eloquently that, entrepreneurship is the way forward. But don't you think that, corporate jobs are also worth pursuing? Because we will not
Yes,
have
ma'am. So,
CEOs like Indra Nui and Satya Nadella and people like that, apart from our Ratan Tata. Oh, what is wrong with the pursuing corporate job?
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with pursuing corporate jobs. Now. I'll be very
No, no,
honest with you.
sorry, I put it in the wrong way. It's not wrong, but then, you cannot, we cannot say that, entrepreneurship is the only way and the best way. It is all, it all depends, don't you think, on each person's interest, and some are made, some have that bent of mind to be an entrepreneur, and some of them may not. So whatever it
Okay,
is, whatever you find happiness in, don't you think that is more important?
I absolutely agree, ma'am. Ma'am, let's be very honest about this. So, I finished my BBA program. Okay, ideally, my post graduation should be an MBA, right? Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, yes, very well.
Yeah, ideally, my post graduation should be an MBA, and then maybe if I'm really interested in going to the academics world, just like you, I can also do a PhD and then actually accentuate well in my life. Unfortunately, ma'am, to be very honest with you, during my stint in Michigan State University in the year 2014 to 15, where I was there for almost 8 months. Ma'am, you would not believe me that I was the youngest in class. I was just 22 and a half years old when I sat for a trimester there, and the teachers were absolutely shocked. They said, what is a 22-year-old guy sitting in a classroom full of budding entrepreneurs? What do you know about entrepreneurship? Have you prototyped a product? Have you started a startup? Do you have any templates where you can scale up? That really actually gave me a huge setback in terms of how management education is perceived in the West compared to what it is over here, man. I was just thinking, had I just applied for an MBA program in Michigan State University in Ann Arbor, there was not an iota of chance I would actually get inside that campus because the average age of an MBA student who is studying in that program was 29 and a half. There were 15 students in my class who had actually taken a sabbatical from work, saved a lot of money working for corporates, started a startup, came to do an MBA, wanting to be entrepreneurs. That's an understanding which I got. And my personal understanding about things, I'm not for anybody who, I'm not the alpha and beta and gamma to judge people whether you want to be an entrepreneur or you want to go for a job because a lot of my friends also are basically, in top corporate jobs. But the thing is, the kind of utility that they have in terms of understanding whether they're fully satisfied in the work environment which they are working. That's not that because I can vouch for the fact that about 10 to 15 of my classmates, really well played guys, well paid in terms of salary, do not stick on to jobs for more than 3 years. And neither they are happy. Man, and trust me, man, this is the big gamut about working in India. It's all about experience. Experience is basically proved more wisdom than merit, which is not there in the West. I got a friend of mine, he's just 32 years old. He worked here in Infosys for 3 years, did a decent job in Infosys, just my age, went to the US, and right now he's the vice president for reconciliation for HSBC. And he's drawing the same salary which a 45-year-old guy here in India would do. Now, he tells me if he was in India, there's no chance that until he reaches 45 to 50 to even attain that position. So I do not vouch for the fact that I always believe, let's be honest about this, I always want an environment where eco startups, people interested in entrepreneurship should be filled in MBA classrooms. But unfortunately, the idea here in India is totally different. People just want jobs. I mean, let's be honest about it.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for taking
Ma'am,
time.
I really appreciate the fact that you questioned me. I would definitely love to be in touch with you. Thank you so much for attending the session.
If the students have any questions, please go ahead.
The forum is open for discussion. Make use of the available resource person who is sound and things. Hope everyone.
On the floor?
Sir?
Any questions pop up on the floor? If no question, we may wind up the session. You may proceed for products.
Fine, sir.
I would just like to add another thing.
Tell me, sir. Tell me, sir.
Yeah. All of the students who are really interested in upscaling your leadership skills, we have a club called Toastmasters Club, which basically emphasizes on public speaking. We used to meet up. In fact, I'm one of the founding members of the Toastmasters Club in Coimbatore. It's actually, I founded this club along with the vice president of Robert Bosch, Coimbatore. We meet every Saturday between 6:30 to 8 o'clock at PSD Institute of Management. Now we have shifted our meeting from last week to Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science. So if anybody is interested in being a public speaker, if you want to improve your leadership skills, if you want to improve your communication techniques, you are most welcome to join the Toastmasters Club. We're also part of another initiative called is I will just take 2 minutes of my time, dear sir, just because a lot of students are involved. If anybody is really interested in enhancing your leadership skills, I'm also part of another organization that's called as CIYI, Young Indians. You can also get in touch with the CIYI office in Sauripalem. They do a lot of yeoman service for budding youngsters like you who really want to improve on your leadership, your communication, and whatnot. Honestly speaking, I'm a bit disappointed that I would consider this session as a failure for me because I'm not getting any questions from any of you guys, which means you guys are not either understood what I've spoken or you're just not interested in asking me any questions. I totally understand the fact that Monday has been a long day at work just for me. Everybody have got their own Monday morning blues, Monday afternoon blues, Monday evening blues. But for a speaker like me, not to be asked any questions except for faculties, obviously they have to ask. But if you guys are not going to interact, if you guys are not going to open up and ask questions, and this is where the real problem lies because you guys are not actually coming out of your comfort zone. You think that, you're very shy to come and ask questions. I mean, you can ridicule me. You can just tell me on my face, I don't like what you speak. I'll be more than appreciative for that. I would actually consider it a big disappointment if none of you are going to ask me any questions. I mean, I know this is the narrative every time that happens. That's why I told the beginning of my sessions I don't speak for more than 15 to 20 minutes because that's all how much a brain can disseminate or assimilate knowledge. Not more than that. Just imagine if I'm just going to come here and speak for 45 minutes, 15 minutes, keep talking. I mean, I don't want to do that. So if I'm going to do one thing, I'm just going to send my email ID to the CMA. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to send me emails. I'll be more than happy to reply to you. But please make sure that next time when somebody is invited to speak, the basic courtesy that the speaker expects is for the student community to ask them questions. And that's the big difference also that I'm saying. See, for example, I'm not putting down anybody. Now there have been different other forums where I've been invited to speak, especially in classes. For example, like 3 weeks back, I was in NIT Trichy for a sustainable conference, and trust me, like the kind of grilling that they grilled me. I mean, it is something which I could not personally fathom because I kind of had an understanding that, hey, you know what? There are students, there are people who actually are really interested in what we talk about. In spite of me making efforts to come and speak to you, to take my time out and not getting any interaction, that's a bit of a turn off to me. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not disappointed, but being CMA and for all the contributions that they have actually given me as a student. In fact, I'm very grateful to CMA. While I was studying, I actually attended a lot of programs from CMA, and CMA has been very kind and extremely grateful for an association like CMA because it gave me a lot of opportunities while being a student to being the place where I am. So just a small request. I'm just running the dust a bit, I know, but you guys should come out of your shell. You guys should come out of your comfort zone. You need to start prodding people with questions because until unless you prod, nobody's going to answer you. And this is not only in this session, but anything in life. There's a beautiful saying, ask and it shall be given, knock and it shall be opened, and yell and it shall be screamed back at you. So yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. If that's about it, I think we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I think we can call it a day.
Dear all, the forum is open. Sir, to insisting you to make you something talk regarding what Sir had discussed.
And that's okay, Sarwan. It's absolutely okay. I mean, I don't want to be prodding anymore. I just gave my thoughts. I mean, that's how it is. So yeah.
No, sir. We can expect one or two questions from students.
Yeah,
They might be.
I'm more than happy. I'm more than happy to answer them. But then, I mean, it's also not right on our part to keep prodding them. I mean, if there were questions, it should have been come by now. But it's okay. I mean, I'm more than happy to share my email ID. I mean, they can definitely mail me the questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. I would also like you to read another book called as Bonsai, Bonsai. It's by the former director of Tata Sons, Mr. Gopala Krishnan. It's called Bonsai. It's available on Amazon. That is one book which all management students should read. It's a beautiful book. It's a book about a person who joined as an apprentice in Tata Sons, went on to become the executive director, reporting to Ratan Tata. It's a beautiful book. It's called as Bonsai, Bonsai. Bonsai is basically a name of a microfigurative plant. That's what bonsai is called. If you guys are really interested in understanding how management studies and management education and how a corporate employee it climbs up the ladder, you should actually read that book. I missed out on that point. It's called as Be a Bonsai. And there's also another book which is called The Art of Power by Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of the U.S. Senate. There's a beautiful book which I read about a month back. It talks about power and how you can assimilate power to do the right things in this world. What I'm going to do, Santosh, is I'm going to take your email ID. I'll just refer whatever I spoke in terms of the books to you. You can actually email the students or send in books. Any
Fine,
questions?
sir.
I'm happy to listen.
Okay. It seems. Shall we wind up, sir, with the official vote of thanks?
Yes,
Absolutely, sir.
Yes,
You may.
yes. Yeah. A warm welcome on it all again. It's my immense pleasure to propose vote of thanks regarding the event, Monday Musing, first week of September 2024 with number 530. It's my privilege to propose thanks to Mr. Anthony Paul Kunal, managing partner of Pack Paper and Boards Company. Sarah discussed various things regarding how intellectually we need to adopt ourselves in terms on modern management education is concerned. In this junction, I would like to thank the organizers of the event, Dr. Varadarajan sir, Dr. Nandagopal sir, and Mr. Sundaran Narasimhan sir, and Secretary Ravindran sir, Susitra madam, and Dr. Vandana madam regarding a query how the word intellectually come into this particular era. And regarding Sir's point is concerned, many of the students might be getting more awareness regarding how things are to be get practiced. And Sir had quoted to view the base of Bonsai's book by Mr. Gopalakrishnan and Art of Art of Power. So this, by reading these two books or by viewing these two books, many of the student community will be getting more into the management knowledges. And on my own behalf, I thank Mr. Anthony Paul Kunnath for this wonderful event, and I thank the CMA committee for providing me an opportunity to propose a welcome address and to propose vote of thanks. Thank you, one and all present here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony, for your time.
I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I also want to thank Dr. Nando Purser for giving me this opportunity. He's always been in the forefront of making sure that wherever there's a small opportunity for me to express my thoughts, he's been there. He's been an extremely important mentor in my life. In fact, when I joined PhD in the year 2012, he has actually given me a lot of opportunities to present a lot of papers. Thanks to Dr. Nando also as a student, I've had the opportunity to present papers in Russia, in the US, in the BRICS conference. In fact, he also took me to Michigan State University, which actually gave me a whole new ambit about how life needs to be taught about. So that's the opportunity what management education can take you if you're really up for what you want to do in life, and if you have the right mentors and if you have the right disciples, and with the help of God, it can definitely take you to places. And I also want to thank CMA for this opportunity. In fact, I have a lot of admiration for CMA for the kind of activities that it does. It's one of the oldest associations in India, and who better not than Mr. C.K. Prahlad, who's been one of the mentors and the founding partners of the managing association here in Coimbatore. It's a very rich and a very prosperous association, got a lot of name. In fact, I still remember one of the regional round debates of IMA, All India Management Association, when I took place. I won the gold medal for the MMA, Madras Management Association. I was rooted through CMA, and I had a great opportunity to debate on a topic which is still very much available on YouTube. I had an opportunity to address almost 11,000 students in Kamaraja Rangam in Chennai. I think that is a great opportunity that CMA gave me in the year 2013. So thank you, CMA, for this opportunity, and I wish all the students all the best, and wish you all well and goodness in life. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Santosh.
Thank you.